Hey guys, it is Dacnomanic J here today with another Minecraft tutorial. And right before I started recording, you can see I got into a little bit of a fight with a skeleton and a spider. They kind of banged me up, which is actually pretty handy. Oh, a dog. Which is actually pretty handy because right now I'm going to show you how to cook food. So, let's say we have our charcoal here and we have 4 pork chops. You can get pork chops by, of course, killing pigs, but you always want to avoid doing that if you can because animals are somewhat limited and generations a little bit more annoying. So you always want to make like a breeded farm out of them before you run out. But anyways, we still have a lot of pigs left, so 1 charcoal is all it'll take, and we can put our 4 pork chops up here. Now I've heard in the new snapshot that they changed charcoal to a new ID and a new block, so it'll look different, but it'll do the same exact thing, so it's not really a problem with that. So we're gonna grab a pork chop here, and you just hold down again, right click to eat it, just like I showed last time. And if we are at full hunger bar or 9, it'll start regenerating, so we're gonna wait a little bit more for that. And this episode is gonna revolve around mining and of course making an infinite supply of food for yourself. 2 very needed things in Minecraft. Of course, mining is half the name. So, let's get right into it. Now that we have our small farm set up over here, and we have somewhat of a food source with it growing, you always want to gather more seeds if you can, but if you're busy and you just want to go straight to mining, that is completely fine. If you have bones, you could always turn it into bone meal to make this process faster. But for now, we will just go mining. So in our little mining shack, I guess it is, we'll go right over here. Just kind of dig down. Make sure we have torches. Some tips about mining is you always want to have wood, because though you may run into coal, if you're running out of torches down there, of course there won't be any trees. We're just going to go right into it here. Now that we have our torches, and we'll go down. Okay, in bright, just making sure. Another thing I forgot to mention was the fact that Minecraft uses the brightness setting moody. So if monsters are spawning in your house and you're confused to why that's happening, set it down to moody and double check if it's actually completely lit up or not. I'm using brightness for the purpose of these tutorials that you guys can see perfectly, just in case I forget a torch here or there, and so that I don't really have to waste them. I usually do like playing on moody because it just looks a lot nicer. The lighting looks much more beautiful in Minecraft at moody, but that is my opinion nonetheless. So we'll continue on with our tutorial. So right now we're mining down and we're looking for some specific things, being iron. If we find that, it'll be cool. If we find redstone, diamond, or gold, that's also awesome. If we find coal, we could just mine it with our stone pick, same as iron. So we're just going to staircase down like this, careful to not dig directly below us or directly above us, so that we can fall into lava, break lava above our heads, or break a block that's supporting gravel or sand, which would potentially kill us. By suffocation, that is. So, we're just going to continue mining down here. And this here is gravel. Gravel reacts like sand, so if I break the bottom block, it'll fall again. Usually if you have a worse computer, you want to just break from the top. It'll be easier that way. Gravel is really annoying because if it's tall, it will just keep falling and falling, just like sand underground, and it is really annoying to manage. Gravel does not have much uses. One thing it's used for is the flint that it gives off sometimes. It has a chance of dropping flint, and that flint is used for arrows, which you can also obtain by just killing skeletons. Now, the gravel that is dropped can be placed down again and rebroken to get more flint, or you can use it to cover things up that are liquids that you can't really go all the way down to, like lava. Or water if you choose to, but water can usually just be blocked off by blocking a source, but if it is a pool of water, you may have to do that method if you want to clear it out. Okay, so I dug into a patch of coal here, so we'll just mine that out real quick. Coal veins are usually longer than most others, and coal, as you notice, gives off EXP when you mine it. Other things also give off EXP, except for the things that drop as ores, like iron or gold, because they give your EXP when you finish smelting them within the furnace. It's a little bit more weird in multiplayer, because it depends on the server. Oh, seems my stone shovel broke, so I'll go back up. Something you always want to do is make sure to have a lot of tools, or just wood, because if you have a lot of wood you can make another crafting bench, and then you can make other tools with the cobblestone or other materials that you mine up. So we're just going to continue mining here, hopefully run into some iron. And now another note that you should take into account is dying isn't the end of the world. If you make your house close to spawn and you have no food, you can commit suicide or starve to death if you're playing on hard, and just pick your stuff back up. You could shove it all in the chest, die, and then come right back. So it's not that big of a deal. Now there are many methods to mining. The one I usually do is called spider mining, where you make one single branch and then you branch out into many others at a certain level. Now if you hit F3, you can see your coordinates on the left. You see X, Y, and Z. Now diamonds spawn at certain levels. I believe it is 16 and below, and lower than 8 is usually bedrock. So I usually mine diamonds at around 12. And because of that, yes, iron. So when we run into iron, you should kind of want to dig it up. And then you have the ore for smelting later. And when you are mining in a spider mine formation, you go down to the desired level. Coal. And then you branch out in different directions. You can create one long tunnel so that you can, from there, go into other ones. Like if I wanted to stop here, for example, I would go right here, go straight, and just keep going like so until you see ores either on the top, bottom, left, or right. And then I would skip 2 sections because this is the left wall and this would be the right wall, and I'd go right here. So I'd see another right wall and another left wall, another top and bottom, and then this would be the in-between. This is more efficient than going back to back, like right here, and then making another one right here. No, you'd rather go right here. Another thing that usually works is by going down another level or going up a level so that you have 3, but usually I find that to be a hassle and I just make my mines like this. Okay, so now that we're back here and we notice we have 6 iron, usually I don't like wasting materials again, but I'll just do it this time. Use 1 charcoal to cook that all up. I go into my crafting bench just because I want to show you something cool. You can do this in your personal inventory, but anyways, let's say you have 2 tools that are fairly damaged. You can fuse them together like so to make it into one to save space and to repair the specific weapon or tool, that is. So if I were to do that, I'd get this better bow. I could also fuse these together to get one, but I will wait until one loses more durability. And now check back on our iron. Now since we have 3 here, and as you can see I gained my EXP, so I'll get these 3 and right away make an iron pick. Now iron pick is always good because you want to be able to mine higher tier things like redstone and diamonds, which you can only do with iron plus. Now we'll keep this in our inventory and not really use it because we're going to be conserving our iron here until we find something that needs to be mined like diamonds or redstone again. Let's get the rest of our iron, and now I want to be able to defend myself better, so I'll grab more sticks to get an iron sword. I'll shove some of my valuables into here. Now let's take a look at our wheat. Our wheat, again has a couple stages. The seed stage, this second one. Then we have the third, which looks like this. The fourth, which is more grown, and then the last one is very noticeable. It is fully grown, yellow, and has little things at the top. So when it's like this, we can just break it, take it back up. We plant our seed here. And now we're going to be wanting to have an unlimited resource of food, so we're going to expand our farm, probably into a more safe location. For now, we'll eat one pork chop. And we will make a farm room. So we'll go right here. And we'll keep mining out. Make sure to place down torches. Now what we're going for, it's a good thing we have a lot of this dirt, will be 4 in either direction of 1 water. 1 water can supply a certain amount of water to the soil on the floor in 4 blocks in every direction, I believe. Now, this is the most efficient method. Instead of making rows of water, which would take up useless space, we can simply make patches, kind of like rice patches, of wheat or any material that we're trying to farm. Okay, so when you're done, you want it to look like this. So you have 1 block in the middle, and 1, 2, 3, 4 dirt. And I'll just put these in the corners. Now you have your little plot. And you'll go, grab your hoe. And then make sure to hoe all the farm plot after you have water. So we'll grab our 2 iron here. Let's see if we have anything to cook. We'll cook more spruce wood, why not? And if you have 3 iron like this, you can make a bucket. Now you might like a couple of buckets, but really you only need 1 or 2 at most. So we'll grab a water bucket right here, and I'll show you guys how to make an infinite water supply in your house. So I'll just put it right here since I don't really care. Now there are actually several methods. One way is just by cutting a 2x2 like this, putting a water right here in this corner, and putting another one right here in this corner. And a more compact way is by making a 3x3, or 3x1, excuse me, into like a wall like this. And only breaking up that top, putting it all the way up at the corner, grabbing another water, and putting it on the other corner, which makes another infinite water supply, where you can take it from the middle and continue on. So, I'll put 1 water right in the center right there, and I'll grab my hoe. Oh, there it is. And I'll just hoe all this land simply by right clicking and moving across. And you can notice the watered plots are darker, and soon they'll all be darkened like that. So my second plot here is unfinished, but I'll do that on my own time. And you have your farm plot. You can now plant seeds or whatever you want in here. So if we have any extra seeds, where did I put all my seeds? Odd. Well, nonetheless, that is how you make your farm plot. Thanks for watching the second episode of my Minecraft tutorials. Comment if you had any questions or concerns, share some love and give it a thumbs up, or if you really liked it, add it to your favorites. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe. This is Dacnomanic J. See you guys later.